talking about a monthly,
Like a magazine.
Weekly.
like a magazine? Yeah.
Yeah, usually there's.
You pay a
To the consignment?
It's a subscription.
annual fee?
It's a subscription. You subscribe to the CSA.
How do you get it, how do you like go about doing that?
Talk to the farmer at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Really?
They'll
Yeah,
have
they can
brochures.
set you up.
Some on that websites that you can even order, like sign up for. There's a couple I saw that actually will deliver to your house.
I never did
Keep the
it.
box out and make it. I haven't done it yet.
That's cool.
It really helps the farmer over a long period of time. too.
Exactly.
To have
Thank
that
you.
commitment.
Yeah, that commitment, so they can go ahead and plan with X amount of dollars, commitment of growing things, and makes it easier for them to grow and stay in business.
See, no, like, I bet you, like, hardly like, anyone knows that. Like, I had no idea we could do that, you know, I'm sure
Yeah,
that's
we
a
live
ton
right
of
by a
people.
farmer's market, and I'm, you
How
know,
would they
I'm
advertise?
smart about that, you know, like I
It's
feel like
kind
I
of
know
word of
things.
mouth. I don't think there's any publication. You know,
Oh.
actually what's interesting,
Maybe it should be.
we have a local newspaper that's political, but yet it's kind of like 60s, it's called The Reader. You know, they will not put a green section in that thing. It's sad. They won't do it, and if they did, it would be huge. And in order to do it, they told me I had to start advertising and put a full page in, and I said, that's crazy, I'm not going to do that, I'm a small business. But if they had a green sheet, or if anybody had any talking to someplace like the Union Tribune has a gardening section, but there's nothing in it that talks about CSAs, that talks about farmers markets, because all the stuff that the Union Tribune get is from off the wire, because they don't have local garden writers that are up on that. You know, a really good newspaper that we advertise in is OB People's. They have a lot of local stuff. You know, maybe I don't know if the farmers could set up something and have an ad of CSAs. I don't know if the competition would be that good. I don't know. But the word needs to get out. You know, on farmers markets, the farmers need to have a sign that says, join our CSA program. Then people will ask what it is. I just knew it was a CSA. I didn't know what it meant, but I knew what it was about. Yes, sir.
I don't want to cut short the CSA discussion if there's more questions, but I wanted to ask you whether San Diego anyone is connected at all, like with Bali, the Business Alliance for Local Living Economies, that kind of thing?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Okay.
But that doesn't mean, you know, I kind of live in a little small world. You know, I get a lot of stuff in the mail, but I live and I'm at work and I don't watch TV.
Well, apart from that organization, I mean, I know there are local business associations, you know, like Adams Avenue or that kind of thing. But they don't necessarily, I mean, I think anyone who has a business there can belong to it, so it can be not only locally owned businesses, but chains or anything.
Right.
And what I'm seeking to learn, if you know anything about, are there associations in San Diego or in communities that are strictly for locally owned businesses that are really advocating more for the local economy than, say, associations that have chains in them?
That's a very interesting question. Somebody else might know. I'm not familiar with it as far as like just a local only small business group. I know that there's different associations in San Diego that are groups that get together for their own purposes. Like there's groups that get together that allow one member of each group and then they network between them, that type of thing. There used to be a nursery association in San Diego, which most of the businesses kind of fell out of because of politics and of large organizations going in and not paying a fair due structure. And all, I was a member of that for a while. There isn't something set up for small local businesses, probably because they couldn't set something like that up and exclude anybody from going into it. You know, most businesses, if you set up, you can't have any exclusions and all, that might be a thing. But it would be interesting to start something like that. As a small business, I don't have the time. That's not an excuse. It's just the way it is. But it would be interesting to have small businesses get together and just meet, you know, once a month, but just have something that they support each other. For instance, what I've developed is one of my other ways of advertising is I talk to a small lawnmower engine repair shop. I talk to a hardware store. I talked to a green building supply company over in North Park. And what I do is we have, at each register, we have their little advertisements. South Park Dog Wash too. None of us have anything in common other than we're small businesses, and we kind of do animals and stuff like that, and hardware and things. But we have our flyers, and somebody comes into my nursery and needs a hardware store, I have that, or South Park Dog Wash, or hopefully this green building company that I've been working with, it's a local couple gals that's starting this up, that will tie that together. So as small businesses, we're trying to do that kind of thing, or I'm trying to do that kind of thing, and so I have that information available, and all. So that's something that can be done in a small business. The BID, or the Business Improvement District of our area, has a little flyer they put out, and all our small businesses put a little ad in it, but we're not getting together to promote, we're not meeting. And because meetings are tough, because we work 7 days a week, that type of thing. But yeah, if any business wanted to do that, I would be right on it. Any local business. And we're talking local. It doesn't have to be whole city, San Diego local, but just localized, and then maybe having a yearly meeting of all the small businesses would be a really cool idea.
Yeah, I can speak a little bit about the North Park Business Improvement District. And along University between 28th and the 805, that's the North Park Business Improvement District, and they have a small office. There's like a staff of 3, and outside of the Starbucks along that whole stretch, I guess, in the drugstores, it's all small businesses, and I guess the one tool that I see on a weekly basis is a weekly email about what's going on in the neighborhood. It pumps the farmer's market every week, and if whatever gallery is having this or that. Yeah, if you want to know what's going on, and ultimately that's familiarizing you with the local businesses in your area, and I know there's the Boulevard 101, the El Cajon Boulevard, so a lot of those are out there, and I don't think there's any one organization that ties those all together throughout the city, but start within your local area.
Just to press this 1 minute longer, my own interest is in alternative economies, and